From the very confusing ending Rick got at the end of the Walking Dead series, to the movie based on his character that never made it, here's Andrew Lincoln finally being back in the new The Walking Dead spin-off. It all started with some behind-the-scenes images, and now we're all super ecstatic to have him back. Yep, Andrew Lincoln has officially returned to the zombie apocalypse in a behind-the-scenes photo from the upcoming Rick and Michonne spin-off. Lincoln left The Walking Dead in Season 9 after 10 years of playing the former cop turned hardened survivor Rick Grimes. So the image that was posted recently means a lot to us fans. And hey, before anyone says this, no, it's not fake, because the contents of this image were later confirmed by the official The Walking Dead Twitter account. And now for the most anticipated question: what exactly is in the picture? Well, the image shows Lincoln walking out of his trailer on location in New Jersey. This shows that filming for the highly anticipated spin-off has officially begun. If you can't understand why this means so much to us fans, well, you see, in The Walking Dead, we see the end of the world through Rick's eyes when he wakes up to a ruined world at the beginning of the series. And he stayed at the center of the show even after he lost his wife, friends, and eventually his son Carl. In the end, he left the series with more questions than answers.
I think of the dead all the time. And about the living.
This was after he got out of yet another situation that seemed like it would kill him and was taken away by the CRM. I mean, I'm still angry at Rick's sudden ending. I'll literally never forget it. Then, after Andrew Lincoln left The Walking Dead in 2018, AMC said they were going to make a Rick Grimes movie trilogy. This was obviously to explain what happened to the character after he was taken away by a helicopter from the Civic Republic military.
We're the ones who live.
But then, The Walking Dead movie took a long time to get made, which makes sense since it was announced before the pandemic. And the sad part was that there were no developments whatsoever. So at one point, we all thought, okay, we're not getting a movie. But then, after almost no news about the release of the Rick Grimes movie, it was announced at the San Diego Comic-Con in 2022 that the movie trilogy would now be a 6-part miniseries about Rick and Michonne.
Rick and Michonne.
So next year, there's going to be 6 episodes on AMC+.
Hallelujah! The Walking Dead series finale set up the Rick Grimes show by showing that Michonne is looking for her lost love. It's still not clear how the two will be brought back together though, but I don't care. I'm just glad they're coming back. Also, now that I look at all of this in retrospect, I kinda think AMC made the right choice when they turned The Walking Dead into a show. The entertainment industry has changed a lot since the movie came out. Over the last few years, the way people watch and listen to media has changed a lot. Streaming services are more popular than ever, and we can all agree that the COVID-19 pandemic basically killed off movie theaters. During the pandemic, Disney showed the way by putting out many of its projects on Disney Plus instead of in theaters, and other studios followed suit. Also, a miniseries format lets The Walking Dead follow Rick's journey after Season 9 without being limited by the length of a feature film. I know many fans were hoping for a Rick Grimes movie, but a show now seems like a much better idea. So far, we don't know much about what the Rick and Michonne series is about, besides the two main characters and how they relate to each other.
We're together. Pieces of a whole that just keep going for what we gave each other. One unstoppable life.
So let's just take a recap as to where things last ended, shall we? During the time they spent together, they got closer and even got married. But when Rick was saved, they had to part ways. The 6-episode spin-off will probably pick up right where the main show left off, with Michonne trying to find her partner so that they can go on their own adventure through the end of the world together. Aw, isn't that romantic? From what I know, the show also wants to show how the apocalypse has changed them, and how their love for each other has grown during their war against the living and the dead. Scott M. Gimple is in charge of the spin-off, which doesn't have a name yet. Lincoln and Guerrera are the only cast members who have signed on so far. Another thing to be excited about is that Guerrera is writing for the series, which she calls a prestige miniseries, and for which she will be credited as a co-creator. You know what? I'm actually really happy for Guerrera and how far she's come. She isn't the only one who has been doing well though, because because Lincoln also had a pretty successful life. Since leaving The Walking Dead, Lincoln has had a few chances to show off his acting skills in other projects. In The Murmuring, an episode of Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, he played the husband of Essie Davis, who likes to watch birds and is there for her. Then in the Netflix movie Penguin Bloom, he also acted with Naomi Watts. Reuniting with Guerrera, on the other hand, could be one of his most heartfelt and interesting roles to date.
Yes, it is.
It would also be the end of the star-crossed love story that us fans of the beloved zombie series saw play out. For now, I guess we'll just have to wait. Because, yeah, sure, we're happy the project for Rick has moved somewhat. The show will officially come out in 2024. Until then, we can munch on the things we do know about the series, judging by the recent interviews. So yeah, there's a lot we can expect from this spin-off. The new show will tell the epic love story of Rick and Michonne, who were two of the most popular characters in the first show. The two people, who have been kept apart by distance and their own pasts, will be thrown into a different world where they will fight a never-ending war against the dead. But because there has to be a big plot twist, they will find out soon that their real enemies are still alive. So the question is, will the two people be able to find each other again, or will they end up with the rest of the dead? Okay, I'm genuinely scared about this one, because come on, we just got our favorite couple back. I don't want the show to end up killing them. Even as the world falls into chaos, it seems like the new show will show how important human connections are. Speaking of human connection, you're probably wondering, who else is joining Lincoln and Guerrera in this show? Well, Lincoln is one of only 3 confirmed characters for The Walking Dead show. The other 2 are Jadis, also known as Anne, who is played by Pollyanna McIntosh, and Michonne, who is played by Danai Guerrera. It makes sense that Jadis would show up with Rick since she was the one who found his body after the bridge exploded. This also sets the stage for possible appearances by characters from The Walking Dead World Beyond. As a working member of the CRM, Jadis became one of the main characters of World Beyond Season 2, so it wouldn't be surprising to see some of her co-stars in the Rick Grimes show. Here's to hoping. Michonne was last seen in the last episode of The Walking Dead, where she said she would look for her missing partner. Since the spin-off is going to be a 6-part limited series, it makes sense that Rick will see his old family and friends by the end of the series, if not before. That's all for Andrew Lincoln officially being back as Rick in The Walking Dead spin-off, judging by the behind-the-scenes images.
You gave me that.